So to start us off, before we start writing, we know that every time we write, we do POW. So for POW, we have
Pick my ideas, O, organize my notes, W, write and say more, pow, pow, pow.
Good, so we already did our P, pick my ideas, with our do what. Our do what today says describe Esperanza and Mama's reactions to Mama's sickness. Now that we've already done our P, what's O? O, organize my notes. Since this is informational writing, what are we going to write to organize our notes? T-I-D-E. Time. Let's set it up. So on our papers, we're writing down T-I-D-E.
What the?
Good question. What do you think? Are we going to do T-I-D-I-D or just I-D?
ID. So we can start, or we can do two for Mama's reaction, and
Yeah, we could do two. We could do ID for Mama and ID for Esperanza. Good idea. So we can do T-I-D, I-D.
oh,
Okay, so we have our T-I-D-I-D-E. So when we're writing this, what does T-I-D-I-D-E? We have T. What's T?
important evidence, detailed examination,
And where, what, so how do we start?
topic.
Topic.
Reading parts of the book that explain what is Esperanza and Mama's reaction to Mama's comment.
Exactly, we know it from the do what. So next to the T, how can we write that in John's book?
Esperanza's reaction. Mama or Esperanza reacts scared. Reactions are react.
Nice. So I heard two different ideas. I heard Giovanni start to say one of theirs. And Sophia was saying since the do what is both, for our T we can write Esperanza and Mama's reactions to sickness. And just in Doc Talk, so I'm writing ESP plus Mama. So Sophia, what did you decide to write down for the T?
I decided to write Esperanza's mom plus Mama reactions are.
And we heard Giovanni start to say already what he remembered from the story, what some of the reactions are. How do Esperanza and Mama react to Mama's sickness?
Esperanza reacted worried
Why? How do you know?
because she was she left Mama and she already lost Papa. She also don't want to lose Mama.
Whoa, so I'm hearing Aniela using what she already knows about the story.
Her parents.
She doesn't want to lose her parents, right? So she already lost her papa. She doesn't want to lose her mama. Giovanni?
I also think that Esperanza's reaction to Mama was a little anxious
Yeah, why anxious?
because she thinks too much about her Papa dying, and I don't really remember how Papa died, but also Mama could die because she thought because Mama inhaled some dust.
Yeah, because Mom inhaled the dust and that's what made her sick.
Yeah.
So I also heard, well, I'm really hearing all of you are really thinking about what you understood from the story. So a strategy that I like to use, you all really set up your T looking at the do what. So it says Esperanza and Mama's reactions are. I like to actually then go to the I to find the important evidence. So let's open up in our books. We know from the prompt that this is on page 154. So let's open up Esperanza. I'm seeing Aniela and Sophia and Magali starting to look at 154 to find what's some good important evidence. So far we've done our topic, important evidence. And why do we point to our eyes when we say important evidence?
Because there's a lot of important evidence because we use our eyes to use vision.
We use our eyes to see it. So is it the important evidence our own awesome ideas that you guys were just sharing? For important evidence? We just said we're seeing, and I'm seeing we're looking at the book. So what do we write down for important evidence?
Whatever sounds good
for
the page.
I know. Like for example, if I found something good that actually explained Esperanza for her mom, we can write that to I, and that will say
Yeah, exactly. So we point to our eyes for important evidence because we're writing exactly what matches in the book. And then, so we have topic.
Important evidence.
detailed examination.
Awesome. All right.
I know one. Okay. Esperanza felt panic.
Squeezing.
her, and she is screaming or dancing. She was panicked.
She was panicked. That showed, yeah, and I see some people nodding. So Esperanza felt panic squeezing her and she screamed.
Like squeezing.
Yeah, the panic's like squeezing her. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I know. So it says 155. It says the doctor sighed for the men and waited until everyone was done. She has valley fever. What does that mean? Asked Esperanza. It's a disease from the lungs that is caused by the dust storm.
So which one do you think, if I'm looking back at our do what, it says describe Esperanza and Mama's reactions to Mama's sickness. So which of those quotes, what of that important evidence do you think explains their reaction?
Nice. Because it says that she feels thorns and panic.
It's telling us how reactions like the word she
That was
feels.
Esperanza.
Yeah, but we're talking about the both of them.
So we could write that one down for Esperanza
Yes,
and then
and-
find another one for Mama.
Yeah.
For our D, we know that every time we do D, what's start with?
Top and important evidence. The
Mm-hmm.
detail of Esperanza,
How she felt.
Yeah, how she feels. And why do we point to our mouse when we're talking about detailed examination?
the detail means
The detail.
Mm-hmm. You're saying the detail. What else do you want to know what you're going to say? Yeah. It's okay. And Dolly, do you want to add something else?
I write this shows Esperanza felt panic.
And they already said panic. So how does it, from our own brain and our own mouth, the quote was Esperanza felt panic squeezing her and she screamed. What does that show about how Esperanza feels and what her reaction is?
I felt panic for Mama.
Yeah, and how do you know she feels panic for Mama? How do you know?
Oh, because she wasn't waking up or
And you're so right, Giovanni. Your brain's remembering that's in the story.
She was outside of the door where Mama was at the bed, I think, and the doctor was talking to her mom, and she heard that she has fever.
belly fever.
Belly fever. Yeah. And she screamed out to Hortensia.
Yeah, she felt like Hortensia. Yeah. And the quote, the important evidence we just wrote says Esperanza felt panic squeezing her and she screamed. What does that mean? What does that show?
That means that
She's worried.
Hold on, guys. We'll let Magdalena finish it. What does that show, Magdalena?
It means that she's worried about her mom because that's the only person that she had for the last days month.
Yeah, so guys, I'm hearing Magdali's pulling together what we were talking about at the beginning, where we're not just saying this shows she's panicked. We know she's panicked because the quote, the important evidence said she's panicked, but we're adding on, this shows she's so worried, just like you guys were saying, because she already lost Papa. So she's so scared and worried about Mama. So in Jot Talk, next to the D, just writing, this shows Esperanza.
Felt
Yeah, sad, worried. Like her right, sadness. Yeah.
I put it in the D.
In the D for this shows, because this is about your ideas. Just like Magdali was saying, the this shows is such a powerful place to add your own thoughts and ideas. So it's also showing not just what the quote said, we're not just saying she felt panicked again, but it's also saying, why is she so panicked? Going back on that. Why is she so panicked? Why is she so stressed? All right. So now our next ID is about who? Mama. So now we have to look, and we know we're looking around 154 because that's what the prompt told us.
Here?
Where's something about how Mama feels?
Mama doesn't want to worry Esperanza because... No, wait. No, Mama is worried about Esperanza. Mama is trying to feel okay. So, Esperanza don't get worried.
What's right?
But she's not okay.
I don't have.
Hold up, let's hear Magdali.
Mama doesn't want to that Esperanza suffers by her because she's sick
Can you say more what you're talking about? Because I agree with you.
and because she doesn't want to make Esperanza feel like she's alone.
So Mama doesn't want Esperanza to feel like she's alone.
I don't
Giovanni,
know.
And also,
Hugo
like-
Giovanni, this kid.
And also, like, Esperanza, like, what do you call it? Like, Esperanza didn't really know how to do many things. Yeah, and then Mama was almost like the only one taking care. And then Mama is sick, so she didn't really, like, she cannot take care of everything because she's sick. Now Esperanza has to learn how to take care, and
The
Mama was a
doctor is
little
showing her
worried.
how to do
Or how
the
her
dishes.
or how her dad.
Her laundry.
Yes.
Esperanza doesn't really know how to do
I
laundry.
don't remember the page, but there was a page that says that Mama was trying to not show that like she's sick.
And I
Like
hear,
actions,
yeah,
like
yeah.
actions.
So let's see. So I think let's see. At the bottom of 153. So if you guys turn to the bottom of 153, is this the part you're thinking of?
150.
It says, Mama looked at her weakly. I am fine, just tired. I'm not used to the work, and I've told you, doctors are very expensive.
That means that's the part.
That's the part. And yeah, what does that mean?
Mama doesn't want to. Mama doesn't want that Esperanza waste her money on her because of the medicines, and the doctors are very expensive.
So for the eye, what are we gonna do?
Mama felt anxious for Esperanza to
We
think
put
of everything.
So Giovanni, what you're saying, that's your ideas from D for this show. So for I, what's the difference? What do we have to do for I?
And for
Mama's,
we
we
need to
can
put the
write, we can
page.
number.
Good job, the page number that it came from.
And then we can
And then
write,
what Giovanni's saying, that can come from D for this shows
And
when
then
it's
we can
your
write-
ideas.
Mama said, I am fine, just tired. I'm not used to the work.
Exactly. And we can put, since it's a job talk for our plan, just the beginning. We don't
Yeah,
need to
I have a
get so
question.
tired writing out the
I'm
whole
fine.
thing.
Why is
I am
Mom-
fine is enough
Why
for our
Mama
plan.
is working if she's sick?
Why is Mama working if she's sick?
Because
Because they don't have money.
Yeah, so they need to
Yeah.
work
they
out
used to
money.
be
Yeah.
rich in Mexico,
If-
but
Then why Esperanza don't do it?